to invest in the new banana island called the Mayor of Housing.
Many people think that financial literacy is what you do to make money. And people think there's an amount of money you make that you will never have money problems in your life. But money problems are a question of literacy. If you are not financially literate, the more money you make, the more problems you have. If you're financially literate, no matter how little the money you make, the more successful you become.
My ACECHINA. I'm an expert global business solutions expert and your real estate success strategist known as the Mayor of Housing.
So in this series, I'll be taking us on a weekly live presentation on financial literacy. And we do this recorded version for those of you that missed the live and to reduce the interactive noise of the live presentation. We're doing this for you this way. So today we'll be talking about financial literacy. And the first quotation I have here is that financial literacy is not what you do to make a dime. Financial literacy is what you do after you make a dime. Most people get it all mixed up because for the rich, the journey starts after you make income. For the poor, the journey ends after you make income. So the rich people start showing their financial literacy after they make money. Poor people, their financial literacy ends in making the money and they go spend it all up. So it is not how much you make. What is financial literacy? The three pillars of financial literacy is what you do to attract money, what you do to keep money, and what you do to multiply money. These three things are the three pillars of financial literacy. But talking about financial literacy, what is money? Most people think money is dollars, yuan, naira, or cedis. Money is not pounds, dollars, or naira. Money is idea. Money is trust. Money is integrity. Money is value. Money is service. Money is solutions. And the oldest money is knowledge. The biggest money is scale. The highest currency is relationship, while the latest money is attention. And I'm going to quickly touch on these monies before we go over to the next slide. Idea. Money is just an idea. For that's the oldest thing called money. Somebody came up with the idea of trade by barter. Let me give you something, you give me something in return. And after some time, the idea matured to, okay, let's have gold or silver or something that will agree is valuable and we can exchange it instead of trade by barter. That's how money is born. And that's how money is created every day. Apple was Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak's idea. It's worth over $3 trillion today. So the basic and the most fundamental money is an idea. Trust. Money is basically just trust. It is because of the trust we have in the US economy that the dollar is valuable. When we lose trust in the US economy, the dollar will begin to lose value. That's why countries with low trust issues, their currencies lose value. Integrity. The integral value of money is in the integrity of money. For instance, pure gold is always pure gold, and that's why it can be used as money. If gold is not gold, sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's not gold, it won't be used as money. So integrity is money. Value is the value you adduce to money that makes it valuable, and that's what gives things like cryptocurrency their value. Because it's only 21 million units of Bitcoin that are ever produced. That's what gives it its value. Service. Service and solution are one of the most important money. Each time you give a service, you make money. Each time you have a solution, you make money. This YouTube you're watching me on is a video service. We the YouTubers provide services to you through videos. The platform YouTube itself is a solution. to us uploading these videos for you to watch, and they are both money. But the oldest money is knowledge. If you don't know that an idea is money, if you don't know that trust is money, if you don't know that integrity, you don't know that value, service, and solution is money, knowledge is the oldest money. The biggest money is scale. Any money you cannot scale is small money. The difference between the person that sells a hamburger on the street and McDonald's is scale. The person that sells hamburger on the street might make small money, but McDonald's could scale hamburgers to make big money. So the highest currency in the world is relationship. Relationship is more valuable than the pounds. It's more valuable than dollars. Relationship is the highest currency. While the latest money, the new kid on the block, is attention. Some call it the new oil. Attention is the new money. So if you can't get attention in this 21st century, you can't get money. So, but we're going to talk about the 4 dimensions of money. Money is physical, money is spiritual, money is mental, money is emotional. Physical money, there are 3 things you need to do to physical money. Number 1, you must master how to earn it. So improve your earning ability. There are 3 ways to earn money. Number 1 is through labor. Most people, that's what they know, exchange your labor for money. Number 2 is through skills. Improve your labor through specialized skills and you earn money. But number 3, which is the most powerful, is through knowledge. The entrepreneur that sets up a business, knowledge. YouTube, knowledge. Facebook, knowledge. AI, knowledge. The knowledge ability to earn money is the highest ability to earn money. And that's why managers earn more than janitors. Janitors use their labor to clean. Managers use their knowledge to manage. So increase your learning ability. Physical money, you must learn how to earn it. After you earn it, you must learn how to keep it. There are various ways to keep your money. Real estate is the best, and that's why I'm there. Some people keep their money in the stock exchange. The S&P 500 or the index funds have been the best way to keep money, but subject to the economic ups and downs. Some people keep their money in commodities. Others keep their money in collectibles like arts and other things. Then some people keep their money in the bank. That's the worst way to keep money. We're doing another video where we'll teach you how to put money in different asset classes. Then the third thing you do to physical money, which is the most powerful, is multiply it. If you are the one multiplying money, you are a slave to money. If you learn how to make money, multiply money, then you're a master of money. In multiplying it, you either a slave if you multiply it yourself, or you're a master if you've learned how to get money to multiply itself. Spiritual money. Money is neutral. Money is neither good or evil. There's no market for righteous people or market for evil people. Everybody is in the same market. Money has spiritual neutrality. But one of the most fundamental principles of money that even Harvard recently discovered is that giving money attracts money. Giving money. Most of the richest people in the world have foundations and altruistic vehicles for giving away money. The more money you give spiritually, the more money you get. It's a spiritual law. Give and it will come back to you, good measures, pressed down, shaking together and running over. And the money is a covenant. There's a level of money you cannot go beyond without having a covenant. Either a covenant to serve money or a covenant for money to serve you. For those of you that are Christians, if you read Deuteronomy 8:18, it said, "And thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee the power to get wealth, that he might establish his covenant with you." And one of the oldest money covenants is that as long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest will not cease. So you must learn the spirituality of money. Mental money. Money is an idea. The more ideas, profitable ideas you have, the wealthier you become. One of the best definitions of money is, or wealth, is your ability to survive on your personal resourcefulness. And one of the most potent resourcefulness is ideas. So mental money, you must always incubate, discuss, and execute ideas. There's an old quotation that says that poor people discuss people and events. Rich people discuss money and things. Wealthy people discuss ideas. The second thing about mental money is that the brain is a bank, and the only bank in the world that the more you withdraw from the bank, the richer it becomes. Your bank account, when you draw from it, it becomes emptier. Your brain account, when you draw from it, it becomes richer. And that's why, as you're drawing from my brain in this presentation, I am becoming richer. Thank you so much for making me rich. Keep drawing. But guess what? Don't just draw from my brain. Draw from your own brain too, so that you can be rich. The third thing about mental money is that your thinking attracts or repels money. Thoughts are like flowers. The vibration of your thoughts is like either a fragrance or an odor. A bad odor will repel money. A sweet fragrance will attract money like insects. So thoughts that are laced with the vibration of good intention attract money, and especially your thoughts towards money. If you think money is scarce, you are right, money will be scarce. If you think money is evil, you are right, money will be evil for you. Whatever you think about money, it will do to you. I have a quote: whatever you do to money today, it will do to you tomorrow. So if you save and multiply money today, it will save and multiply you tomorrow. If you resent money today, money will resent you tomorrow. If you abuse and think money is evil, it will think you are evil. But the worst thing, if you waste money today, money will waste you tomorrow. So your thinking attracts or repels money. The last dimension of money is emotional money. Money is a belief. Whatever you believe money is what it is. But there are right and wrong beliefs of money. If you believe money does not grow on trees, you're right. It does not grow on trees, but that's a wrong belief. I believe that money grows on trees, and connections are the trees, that my best tree is real estate and people. So money grows on trees. What's your belief? If you believe that money is scarce in the world, I used to ask people, when COVID happened and a lot of people died, I never heard they buried anybody with cash or bank balance. As a matter of fact, I believe there's more money created in the world every day by value created in the world. And that's why the greatest economic measurement of money is called a GDP. GDP means gross domestic product. So productivity is the measure of money. The more productive people are, the more money they are creating. And the greatest productivity, as I told you, is mental productivity, because the brain has no limit. That's how human productivity and money has no limits. Faith attracts money. The book Think and Grow Rich is all about one word: faith. And that's how you attract money. Think, the full title of that book is supposed to be Think, Faith and Grow Rich. Think, Fear and Grow Poor. So faith attracts money and fear repels money. That's why I love the word for the most economic downtime is called depression. When you are emotionally depressed, you crash the economy. When you are emotionally motivated, you build the economy. So I have a quote that says, the economy of money has hitherto been underrated. And in the economics of money, gloom is doom, while bloom is boom. The more bloomy you feel, the more boomy you boom in money. The more gloomy you feel, the more doom of money you cause. So that's the economics and of emotions. And the 7 things you need to do after you make a dime is the main thing you should take away from this presentation. Remember, for the poor, financial literacy ends with making money. For the rich, financial literacy begins with making money. When the rich make money, they sit down and begin to apply financial literacy. When the poor make money, they jump up and say they've made it and go spend it. So there are 7 things you need to do after you make money. Number 1 is to pay yourself first. One of the oldest book of money written, The Richest Man in Babylon. This book, The Richest Man in Babylon, says, First law of wealth is to pay yourself first. So there's a part of your money you must take out first for your investment. And I have 5 categories. If you pay yourself 10%, you'll be average in future and financially secure. If you pay yourself 20%, you'll be rich in future. If you pay yourself 10%, you'll be super rich in future. If you pay yourself 40%, you'll be wealthy in future. If you pay yourself more than 40%, you'll be super wealthy. And you must invest it in an investment vehicle that has the 3S of investment. The 3S of investment is you must choose a vehicle that is simple enough for an 8-year-old to understand, secured enough for you not to lose your capital, and sustainable enough for it to be there until you die. And one of my best vehicles is real estate, and that's why I'm the mayor of housing, because real estate is simple enough that even a 1-year-old can understand it. Real estate is secured enough that you can never lose land. Real estate is sustainable enough that as long as the earth remains, real estate will be valuable. AI and robots can come take all jobs, but they won't take our shelter from us. They won't take our food from us. And I have a real estate quote that says, the wealth of the earth is the earth. You either build it, real estate, or till it, agric and mining. Everything you can see in this world was gotten from real estate. The iron that was used for this was mined from the ground. The cotton that was used for this was cultivated on the ground. The wood that was used for this, everything you see around you came from the earth. So you either build it or till it. So the wealth of the earth is the earth. Pay yourself first. Second thing you do to money is pay God. Whatever you call God, if your God is Jupiter, there's a percentage of your money that should go to Jupiter. If you don't believe in God, there's a percentage of your money to go to what you don't believe. So whatever you call God, part of your money should go to God. The third thing you should do is pay others. Charities and foundations have been found to be one of the strongest secrets for wealth. Somehow, as I say, the spiritual aspect of wealth is that the more you give, the more you receive. So you must invest part of your money into altruistic ventures. The fourth thing you do to money is budget. A budget is the most misunderstood financial literacy tool in the world. Most people see a budget like a shackle to chain them, but the budget is actually an axle to liberate them. A budget does not limit you, a budget liberates you. It is only when you start budgeting that you know your actual size. And there are 3 things you need to do for you to budget properly. Number 1, you need to be honest to yourself. Number 2, you need to be disciplined. And number 3, you need to budget according to your size. Budgeting money you don't have is the worst human financial folly. And then lying to yourself in your budget is the greatest human folly, because self-deception is the greatest human folly. When we see your budget, you know what they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Show me your budget and I'll tell you your financial literacy. The 5th thing you do to money is to save. Paying yourself first and saving are 2 confused aspects, easily confusable aspects of financial literacy. Paying yourself first is the money you put away for investment. Saving is the money you save for a rainy day. And the world over, they will tell you the highest you should save is 6 months of your living expenses. If all you need to survive in a month is $100, what should always be in your savings account should be $600. The rest should go to your investment account. But there are 3 things that are important for your survival that you need to budget for. Number 1 is your rent. Number 2 is your food. Number 3 is your utilities. And number 4 is your medicals. So you must budget how these 4 things will sustain you for 6 months. And when you get to that cap, every other savings should go into paying yourself first, which is your investment. So if everybody has 6 months of savings, it will buffer you from financial emergencies and the greatest crippling financial shame, which is begging. The only thing that will make you beg is when you didn't save for the rainy day. And one of the most fundamental thing in all these things I said is food. You can wear one cloth for 6 months. You can owe rent for 6 months. can stay in one place without going anywhere for 6 months, can do without a phone for 6 months, or you can't do without food for 6 days. So in all your savings, if you can't save 6 months of rent, 6 months of utilities, 6 months of anything, make sure you have 6 months of food, because that's the only thing that is undeferrable or indifferable. Can defer every other thing. When you get money, you pay your rent in arrears, but you can't defer hunger. So save for 6 months. The sixth thing you do to money, which is very important, is expend with joy. Most people underrate the power of spending with joy. My mentor Jim Rohn calls it the power of lifestyle, how you spend your money with joy and style. And one of the people that have made this very popular in the world is the Japanese millionaire Ken Honda. He said his mentor taught him the one secret for wealth is to agarito your money. Agarito in Japanese means thank you or appreciation. He said most people agarito money when they receive, but they don't agarito money when they give or spend. So after you have budgeted the money remaining for you to spend, spend it with joy. If you're paying your light bills, pay it with joy. If you're giving tip to a waiter, give it with joy. If you're paying your rent to your landlord, pay it with joy, because whatever leaves with joy comes multiplied with joy. So his secret for money is that when money leaves you with joy, money comes back with joy. So I have an affirmation that says money leaves me with joy and graciousness and comes back multiplied with more joy and graciousness. And when money became a currency, money loves joyful channels and conduit for living joyfully and come back joyfully. And money hates hoarding. That's why not only stagnant water stink, stagnant money stinks. So when you have budgeted, expend everything in your budget with joy for 3 reasons. Because joy brings more money than sadness. Number 2, the fact that you've disciplined yourself to stick to your budget should give you joy. Number 3, the budget liberates you and not holds you down. So after you have done, paid yourself first, paid God, paid others, budgeted, saved, you should expend it with joy and money will come back with joy. The last thing you do after you make a dime is one thing most people don't do in their financial literacy is ask yourself, how do I expand my money making capacity deliberately? If you're a company and you sold one bike to make 1,000, don't just rejoice in expending that 1,000. Ask yourself, what can we do to make 2 bikes and 2,000? What can we do to make 1,000 bikes and 1 million? So after you expand, you should expand. And the last thing you should do is expand deliberately. And in expanding deliberately, if you are the same person you are by this time next year, earning the same amount you're earning this year next year, then you are not having a new year. You are just repeating your old year. The idea for a new year is that if you were 35 years old last year, you'll be 36 this year. For earning $35,000 last year, you should be earning 36 or more this year. So as you grow, your money should grow. And trying to show how good you are without money is the greatest form of cowardice. I'm a Christian and the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children in Proverbs 13:22. If you're a good man, you leave an inheritance for your children's children. So the only way to show how good you are is to be good with money. Guess what? Money is not the root of all evil. The Bible says money answereth all things. It is the love of money that is the root of all evil. And it's the wrong love of money that is the root of all evil. When you love money as a master to lead you to all evil, if you love money as a servant to lead you to all good, because P.T. Barnum said, money is a terrible master but an excellent servant. So if you learn to make money your servant to lead to all good, if you become a slave to money to lead to all evil. Before I end this, all I can tell us is many people talk about money. Many people obsessed about money. Many people can do anything for money, but not many people can do the basic things for money, the principal things for money. Money has principles. If you learn the principles, you will not only make it, attract it, keep it, and multiply it, but you have so much abundance that you wouldn't have what to do with it, and you cannot finish it in your lifetime. It's amazing that people ask me, how did I make my billions? And I give them the books that made me billions. Instead of reading those books, they'll come back to beg me for peanuts. There are 3 fundamental things you do to money that will determine what money does to you. If you earn money, that's the most dignified thing you can do to money. If you steal money, that's the most criminal thing you can do to money. And if you beg for money, that's the most disgusting and humiliating thing you can do to money. It's easier to do the discipline to learn about money than to do the ingenuity and the shamefulness and shamefacedness to beg for money. I'm shocked at this generation that most people will rather relent to begging all their life than learning how money can work for them. My life changed the day I found out that selling is easier than begging and more sustainable than begging. I'd rather find what to sell than find who to beg, because selling is more dignified, more sustainable, and guess what? Easier than begging. And then earning money is far more dignified, more sustainable, and even easier than stealing money. What you steal, nature will steal from you. What you earn, nature will give to you and multiply it. All this financial literacy boils down to you, because it is not the financial literacy of the mayor of housing that will make you rich. It's the financial literacy of you that will make you rich. And as Confucius said, he that thinks he can and he that thinks he can't are both usually right. Whatever you believe about money is right. If you believe you are not worthy of money, money will not come to you. If you believe you are worthy of money, money will come to you. But money has rules, and if you keep the rules of money, money will flock to you. If you break the rules of money, money will run away from you. And as someone once famously said, that the law is unbreakable. We only break ourselves against the law. Money is unbreakable. You only break yourself against money if you don't follow the rules of financial literacy. On this channel, I'll tell you, if you found value in these, click on the like button and subscribe for more. If you've not found value, please don't subscribe. But to see other videos that I make daily on how you can also make money and transform your life, click on the link above and I'll see you on the other side.
To invest in the new banana island called the mayor of housing.
It's super duper amazing that you found my content valuable enough for you to watch till the end. Only 5% of exceptional people do that. You're exceptional, and I deeply love and appreciate you. Don't just watch to learn, watch to take action. And the first action is subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our daily value action. Remember, only doers are winners.